Hello everyone, Juicebags here, and welcome back to the 1.7.10 mod pack for Technic. Now, last episode we went to the Nether, got some glowstone started, and as you see, I've got that stuff farming up now. We're going to need a lot of glowstone to help out with lighting and just building some other machines. You see we added some inverted orange lanterns in Project Red. Showing an error there for some reason, not sure why. And we got lots and lots of glowstone crop going. Now, before we can really automate a mining process, there's a few things we need to work on. As you see, I expanded out the solar up top too, and it's not the prettiest, but I've got some basic machines going inside now, and have my mechanism machines being powered by solar. Now, before we can move forward and automate the mining process, the few things we need to look at is first off power. Now, although I have upgraded to the Elite Universal Cables now that handle 32 RF per tick, we really want to get that bumped up to the next tier. Another thing is to make, say, a laser drill itself, part of the materials are going to be glowstone illuminators, which they've always been really some of my favorite blocks in Tekkit and in just modded Minecraft in general. However, the recipe to make these guys have changed. It used to be really, really easy to make, and it's still easy to make now, but it's different. So to make of course you have to use the fluid transposer to fill an illuminator frame to create a glowstone illuminator. Now, to make the illuminator frame, this signalum ingot down here, that used to be silver. It used to be a silver ingot in this recipe. Now it is signalum. Now you might be thinking, I didn't find any signalum when I was down mining around. And there's a good reason for that. The reason is you have to create this. So you can create signalum ingots, of course, by smelting a signalum blend. So you're going to have to bust out the old pulverizer. Using your magma crucible, you're going to have to liquefy some redstone, fill up a few destabilized redstone buckets, and then you're going to want to use 3 pulverized copper and 1 pulverized silver will get you 4 signalum blends. Those in turn, you can of course just throw right into your redstone furnace, and they're going to get you that signalum ingot. That's going to allow you to make those glowstone illuminators and get your laser drills going. Now, Ben had suggested in the comments last episode that I go with Mechanism's digital miner. And I might use a digital miner down the road, but I really like the laser drills, and the reason being is they don't actually take any blocks away. So it doesn't leave any large open caverns or expanses that require... Ooh, there's a baddie. That can cause massive memory leaks and such with water and everything else. So, to get things started, I'm going to be using Mine Factory Reloaded's laser drills. Love those guys. They come up with all the good ore, diamonds, etc., without leaving any large holes in the landscape. I think I should probably go ahead and take that guy out, just because he's going to irritate me. If not... And he's a toughie. But not too tough. Get some goodies off of him, little gold nugget action, some zombie brains. And I lost a goldstone, or a glowstone crop there in the process. Not too difficult. Let's just get that replanted, and we'll move on. So we know how to make the glowstone illuminators now. Another thing, as I mentioned, we want to bump up to the top tier of cable. And once you have your Elite Universal Cable made, pretty easy to make the Ultimate Universal Cable, pardon me, you're just going to need atomic alloys. Now, atomic alloys are going to have you using several different machines again. You're going to use your metallurgic infuser with a reinforced alloy that we use to make the Elite Universal Cable. And we're going to be using refined obsidian dust, compressed obsidian, either of those two as the source in your metallurgic infuser. Now I think I may have, or yeah, I've got some refined obsidian dust already made, but basically I'm using compressed diamond, as that's the easiest to come up with. You just, if you just throw diamond in your enrichment chamber, since it's powered now, that's all you need. That's going to give you some compressed diamond, and we'll be able to use that as our source in the metallurgic infuser. So refined obsidian dust. I think I need some more pulverized obsidian. Do I have? Yeah, there we go. So if you head on over to the metallurgic infuser, you see we've got compressed diamond as our source. I'm going to go ahead and throw those in there and fill that up. And then we're going to throw in our pulverized obsidian, which of course we just got that from the pulverizer, and pulverizing obsidian itself. And bam, we've got refined obsidian dust. Now I don't want to waste too many of my compressed diamonds, because we're going to have to dump the metallurgic infuser now, and we're going to be using this refined obsidian dust as our source with the reinforced alloy. So let's go ahead and get that going. We're going to go ahead and pop all this stuff out of here. Let's dump everything out. So we've got refined obsidian dust we're going to fill it up with, and reinforced alloy, and away it goes. And there we go. We've got atomic alloys being created right now as we speak, and that's going to allow us to bump on up to the next tier. Now, another important part of automated mining, of course, is storage. And in my opinion, one of the best storage choices you could make is with an ME network from Applied Energistics. Now, everything you know about Applied Energistics has basically changed. So forget everything you've done in the past, and you're kind of starting fresh. The basis of Applied Energistics now is you're going to be collecting resources from meteorites that fall throughout the world. The meteorites can be on the surface, they can be below the surface, and the way to find those guys is with a meteorite compass. Imagine that. Made pretty easily with 4 iron ingots and a charged Certus quartz crystal. Of course, you should have some charged Certus quartz crystals already. So once you bust out your meteorite compass, you see it's pointing us in the direction, and I can actually see. I was wondering what the deal was over there, but you see that huge broken out area in the distance? That, I'm assuming, is going to be a meteorite, and yes it is. So you see there's a large crater with a meteorite in the middle. You see the compass is spinning now. Now if this meteorite was well below the surface, it would be spinning and you would have to dig down to it. But looking at an ME network, let's see, let's take a look at a controller. Now a controller is no longer required if you're going to use less than 8 channels. 8 channels or less on your ME network. Since I intend on using way more than that, I'm going to start right off with an ME controller. An ME controller is going to be used with skystone blocks. Skystone blocks are going to be created by smelting skystone. And what do you know? We've got some skystone right here, as that meteorite is made up of skystone, and it's scattered a little bit throughout the area, including some ore just laying around out in the open. I'll have to get back over and mine that up when the time comes. And let's look at the engineering processor. And this is really where one of the big differences come into play. The engineering processor is going to be made now with an inscriber. An inscriber is going to be a device that's pretty easy to make, so I'm not going to get into that right at the moment. But you see we need a printed engineering circuit, a printed silicon, and a redstone is going to get us the engineering processor. Now, a printed engineering circuit, you see we're going to be using that inscriber again with an inscriber engineering press. Now, what is this? That's not something you can craft. The reason being is, you know what, let me get back over and take a quick nap before I continue on. But the reason being is you have to find that press. Not too difficult since we've already found a meteor. It's nap time in the Juicetropolis. So let's go ahead and snooze it on up here. And let's get back over to that meteor. Where was that bad boy? There it is. Now eventually I think I'm going to dam this water up to make it so I don't have any sort of memory leaks or anything with this flowing water over here. But for now, it'll be alright. So let's go ahead and collect up some skystone. Even with a diamond pickaxe, you see, it's tough stuff. Now, once you get down into this skystone, the center of this meteor, there's going to be a chest. So we need to go ahead and mine some of this out and get down to that chest. This stuff is rather brutal to mine. Now it is going to be dead center, so you want to make sure you're going down into the center of the meteor. Of course, if it's underground, you're going to have to just dig yourself around. You'll end up digging out all of this skystone eventually anyway, as you're going to need it all. But let's see if we can't find our chest. Need to update the Applied Energistics patch for Sphax, as you see. And there we go, the skystone chest. We have found it. We're going to open that bad boy up, and we're going to have an inscriber calculator press, an inscriber logic press, and a tin nugget. So I didn't get the press that I was looking for, but these are presses I'm going to be using later on down the road. So basically all that means is I need to go find another meteor, which shouldn't be too difficult, especially considering I've got a meteorite compass. So I'm going to run around and find another meteor. And hope that that chest contains the engineering press, as that's the press I'm looking for. So let's head back over and get ourselves bumped up on cabling to the next tier. Still need to finish the house out here a bit too. So alright, let's get back to our universal cable. And we want the ultimate universal cable. So that's going to be 8 elite universal cable and the 1 atomic alloy. Let's grab, oh, we've got a ton of atomic alloys out of here now. So I'm just going to get rid of that zombie brain. And in fact, I need to free up a little bit more room. Let me just dump some stuff in here that I'm not using right at the moment. I think that'll be good for now. And of course, the atomic alloy, 8 elites, and I have got a full stack of ultimate universal cable. Now you see my RF capacity is 12,800 RF per tick, which whatever mining, automated mining system I decide to use, which, like I said, I'm leaning pretty heavily towards the laser drills right at the moment. I'm going to be able to provide it with plenty of power, as 12.8 per tick is more than the laser drill precharger. It'll handle up to 10,000 RF per tick, I believe. So that's going to get me plenty of juice going there. In fact, my current solar situation is not generating anywhere near that power, but I am in a position to move it around now that I have the ultimate universal cable in place. Got to do some cleaning up in here, do something different with this cable. I just kind of threw it down for the time being to get these machines in place as I wanted to start using them. See, and we've got... See, I've got my energized glowstone. I got my glowstone all liquefied down and ready to go as soon as I can make some of those illuminator frames. So, gonna have to get those made up, get those glowstone illuminators made, and I can really... You know, the laser drill will operate on less power, but of course, to maximize its efficiency, you want to give it as much juice as possible. I'm just going to get those running, get that laser drill running, just to farm up some ore as I am starting to get a little bit lighter in my supply. And that will lead us in to the next episode, where the next episode we're going to automate that mining process, at least at starting level. Now, I still have to find another meteorite before, you know, assuming I get the correct press in that chest, before I can make an ME network to store the goodies in. So to get things started, we're going to be dumping everything from the laser drill just right into chests. So we'll get that going next episode. Thanks again for watching. Click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back soon with some more Minecraft Tech-It. Listen to me. Some more Minecraft the 1.7.10 mod pack from Technic, the Technic launcher. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.